Nobody should ever have to die in the process of making movies, and thankfully, fatal accidents on movie sets are pretty rare, but that doesn't mean they don't happen. Here are some of the cast and crew members who have been killed on set. In the immediate aftermath of the death of Halyna Hutchins, many pointed to a similar incident that occurred 28 years earlier, the death of Brandon Lee. Lee died on the set of the gothic superhero classic The Crow on March 31, 1993. He was just 28. Like Hutchins, Lee was shot and killed by a prop gun that a fellow actor believed contained blanks. Lee's autopsy revealed that he had been killed by a fragment of a dummy shell that had been previously fired but which had been lodged in the gun's barrel, unknown to the production team. Though a lawsuit filed by Lee's family alleged that crew members improperly manufactured their own from live ammunition, no charges were ever filed. Following the death of Hutchins in 2021, the family of Brandon Lee took to Twitter to share their condolences and to decry the circumstances that could let such a horrific accident happen again. They wrote, "Our hearts go out to the family of Halyna Hutchins and to Joel Souza and all involved in the incident on Rust. No one should ever be killed by a gun on a film set, period." The on-set death of Brandon Lee wasn't the first to occur as the result of a firearm. In 1984, 26-year-old actor John Herrick Hexum lost his life as a result of what Entertainment Weekly described as a fatal joke. At the time, Hexum was engaged in filming on the CBS adventure series Cover Up, playing a model in ex-Green Beret named Mac Harper. Production had run into numerous delays, leaving Hexum bored on set. After discovering a .44 Magnum prop gun, the actor jokingly made his exasperation known to the cast and crew by holding the gun to his head and pulling the trigger. Though the weapon only contained blanks, the force of the blast at short range fractured Hexum's skull and caused a fatal brain hemorrhage.
In this demonstration, a .38 blank was fired. As you can see, the explosion can do a lot of damage.
He died after 5 hours of emergency surgery at Beverly Hills Medical Center. Daniel Oates, former police chief of Miami Beach and Aurora, Colorado, told CNN how even prop guns have the potential to be fatal. He said, "They all contain a charge, a powder that creates the noise and the explosive, the visual blast, and usually it's some kind of wire or something that explodes out of the weapon when it's fired. These weapons can be very, very dangerous." For as long as movies have been around, Hollywood has tried to wow cinema audiences with incredible stunts. Like many of his contemporaries, the silent comic Buster Keaton was known for doing his own stunts, which included clearing planks from railway tracks while sitting on the front of a movie train and standing stock still as the wall of a house collapses on top of him. No safety regulations existed at the time, but as the years have passed, Hollywood stunts have become far safer. In 2011, the veteran stunt performer Hal Needham told The Independent, "It is much safer today than when I was doing stunts eons ago. Stuntmen today are more talented, more experienced, and in better shape. The equipment they have today is much better." However, tragic accidents still happen. In 2017, the highly respected stunt motorcycle rider Joy Harris was killed on the set of Deadpool 2.
The bike just sped off and went straight into the building.
The movie's production company, TCF Vancouver Productions Limited, was later held responsible and fined $300,000. They were found to have instructed Harris not to wear safety headgear while operating the motorcycle. 20th Century Fox subsequently arranged a settlement with Harris's family out of court. Harris's colleague, Melissa Stubbs, later said her death was senseless and could have been avoided. In 1982, the set of Twilight Zone the movie was struck by tragedy when veteran actor Vic Morrow was killed in a tragic helicopter accident, along with 2 child actors he was working with, Renee Shin-Yi Chen, 6, and Mika Din Lei, 7. Morrow had made his name during the 1960s as the star of the World War II TV series Combat. Just before he was killed, Morrow was carrying the 2 children on a set depicting a battle during the Vietnam War. Suddenly, a chartered helicopter became affected by the pyrotechnics. The pilot lost control of the helicopter, striking the 3 actors with the spinning rotor blades and killing them instantly. John Landis, who was co-directing the film, was charged with involuntary manslaughter, along with 4 other crew members, including the helicopter pilot and the special effects coordinator. All 5 defendants would be acquitted following a highly publicized trial, which helped cast light to the dangers of Hollywood film sets at the time. Following the tragic deaths that occurred on the set of Twilight Zone, health and safety regulations in Hollywood were subject to such an overhaul that insurance companies were willing to insure film sets for the first time. The 1986 classic Top Gun is one of the most beloved action movies of all time, but the film's production was overshadowed by the death of the acclaimed stunt pilot Art Scholl. Scholl had enjoyed a distinguished career as a Hollywood stunt pilot with the movies Blue Thunder and The Right Stuff among his many credits. He was considered among the best in the field of aeronautics, having been brought into the movie stunt work by Paul Mantz and Frank Tallman, 2 legendary Hollywood stunt pilots who also lost their lives in accidents while filming. Scholl was in San Diego County piloting an aerobatic biplane equipped with cameras to capture his audacious stunts. Suddenly, he lost control of the vehicle at an altitude of 4,000 feet, radioing the stunt team that he was experiencing a problem. His plane plunged into the sea, with debris from the wreckage washing up hours later. Scholl's body was never recovered.